Hello everyone, my name's Eddie Pider. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a break from our other game and we're going to give Empires the Undergrowth another try. I haven't actually played in a while, but we are going to start a new Formicarium. So we're going to go new Formicarium. We're going to go let's see, I don't know, the video world. I'll do. Okay, so colour, let's go grey, and we'll start. Now, if you don't know, this is basically a simulation for
I see the
a
Queen has
colony
taken well to
of
her new
ants.
home.
It's fascinating. She has already started to spawn. Incredible, really, that we found such a healthy specimen.
How long until we can expect to see interspecies polymorphism?
We should be patient and allow the colony to grow first. I've placed food nearby. Then we will introduce the Formica fusca and observe their reaction.
Excellent. Keep me updated on their progress.
Okay, so I'm not exactly sure what happened with the audio just then. But basically, Empires of the Undergrowth is
They're beginning to expand their territory.
Oh my
Excellent
god.
news.
You know, they just seem to want to upset me. But yeah, so basically this is a game about ants. And you build your empire, expand, feed, grow. It's really enjoyable little game. I do enjoy it. Okay, so we want number one there, but first let's put a few food tiles down just to get started. No, we want number one down here, and then we'll move these guys to number one so they go collect the food. Yeah, basically these groups, what you're basically doing is dropping what are called pheromone markers. It's how ants find their way around in the real world, and they've kind of interpreted it as a waypoint. It'd probably be the easiest way. Okay, so my food stores are full, so I just make some more. Now you also get challenges. These are the challenges that you can do. They'll get you bonus food, what's called royal jelly, which you use for upgrades, which is here on the upgrade tree. And as you progress through, you can get more and more things to add to your Formicarium. Just let them build that up. Alrighty then, so they've got all the food. Now we have this is royal jelly here. This is the territory that every time I dig one, I think they're octagons. I think these are no hexagons because there's 6 sides. Every time I dig one of these out, I lose a territory point until you've got none left. You get territory points, royal jelly, and food every time you complete a challenge, and that's how you expand your Formicarium. So we are going to make our first den, so we'll do it here. It's normally, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's normally 19. Oh, that's right. So I want 3, 4, 5, 4, 3. Right, so, and then we go, and then they'll get to work digging that out. and let's select that for demolition as well, because that actually leads to the surface, where any food that we get from challenges will be dropped, so we need that open. Now this is going to be the nesting room for a new set of workers. But instead of getting workers, I found that workers are useful around the nest and for collecting food, but they're not so useful for fighting. So once I've dug this bit, then we will do our first challenge. Okay, so let's put them back on nest duty. Now the nesting group, you can't set a pheromone trail because the nesting group are purely for helping with food, placing eggs for hatching, that kind of thing. Okay, so the surface is now open. This is the surface here. Now of course we are in a tank because this is a Formicarium, and this is what it looks like. You've got tubes here, and when we do the Formicarium challenges, you'll get hostile ants and insects that come in via these tubes. But we'll worry about that when we get to it. So we're going to do our first challenge, which is new home. A new Formicarium colony has set up home in a rotting log, but to establish themselves will be no simple task. Okay, so we're just going to do medium for the time being. Actually, no, we'll go insane because I've actually completed this on insane already. The second challenge is a bit harder though. Okay, so
this Formicarium
yes,
queen has set up home beneath a rotting log.
We'll wait.
She is fat and vulnerable. Her first brood will need to move quickly if the colony is to survive. Their priority now is to find food, and there is plenty around. But there are other hungry creatures down here. The workers will need to be vigilant.
Okay, so I keep forgetting that it has voiceover, but basically we are going to do this challenge. We start off with a queen and 3 workers. So question marks mean food. Exclamation points means the food fights back. And then shapes like this, here, they're food that doesn't do anything, it's not alive, it's already just on the ground. So I'll show you what I mean. We'll go up here, we'll get our first lot of food, and there you go, we got some grubs. So they'll go in.
The ants have encountered a pocket of woodworm. These defenseless weevil larvae will make an excellent meal for the colony. They will be butchered and carried off for processing.
And there you go. So basically we're going to turn this into, this is going to be our first little area. We have our normal worker ants, and then we have black ant nursery tile. So I'm going to put black ant nursery tile down just to get us started. We've got a nice little room to start us off here. Put you there. Now we're going to go down here to get these. And then we're going to drop our pheromone marker. We'll bring the workers in as well so they come down and collect the food. One thing we are going to need is an area for food storage. So this can be, yeah, we'll make this temporary food storage for now. Like so. Let's see, where else have we got? Okay, so it looks like the rest of them all have hostiles except for these up here. So we're probably going to go for this one first. So let's get a couple more of our warrior cast. Always make sure that you have some food put aside, because it takes food to place them. So 50 food to place, and it takes 5 food to hatch as well. And that includes the first time. In my opinion, the first hatch it shouldn't include, it should be part of what you pay, but that's just the way it is. Okay, so we are going to go for this one next once our warriors have hatched. Let's put them back on nursery detail. And then we'll bring number 1s here. Okay, so our next warrior is hatching. Goes yellow or green. Can't really tell which. Okay, so we're going to dig down here. And you just keep moving the pheromone marker so that the warriors stay at the front. And in they go.
The workers have uncovered carnivorous larvae of Ocypus olens, the devil's coach horse. They are born ready for combat, with powerful slicing mandibles for chopping up their prey. They are still small, however, and must undergo a final pupation before their armor is fully developed. If the ants are fast, they should be able to overwhelm these critters.
Okay, so you can also upgrade tiles. Now upgrading food obviously increases your food storage. As you can see up here, we are going to increase 2, 3, 2, 6, 2, 9, and we'll get them all. Now, as for example, this one's 10 out of 12. Now I've upgraded these two, it's now 12 out of 12. So I can upgrade this again. It's now 10 out of 12. Now unfortunately I can't upgrade the rest because there's nothing next to these up here, but what I found is if you add a speed tile there and there, weirdly enough these should be upgraded because the walls count as part of the upgrade. But for some reason it's not, but we upgrade those. And I'll bring them up to 11. But that's not a problem because all we do, we can expand this if need be. We're okay at the moment, so let's put down, I can't really put down any more warriors. I guess I could put down one more, and we've still got enough to spawn some in, so we can go for this one next. So let's bring them up here. And we'll dig this area out.
There are intruders in the nest.
And then we get the warriors in. Now the warriors could take much more of a beating.
If the ants had disturbed the adult of these larvae, the outcome for the colony may not have been so fortunate. They must expand with caution.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, so the warriors could take a hell of a lot more of a beating than the workers. Which is why, unlike, I mean, I've seen people play this game before, and they'll spam a lot of workers to begin with, but I prefer not to, because I find that having warriors straight off is much better. Our next one will be here. We'll go for these two here. I'm just going to wait for 2 more warriors. Okay, when it comes to the groups, the way these little groups here work is they have to be, the tiles have to be connected to each other in order to form a group of ants like this. So for example, if I put a warrior down, say there, it would not be connected to these guys, and therefore wouldn't be a part of this group here. It would be a separate group. And that's how you make multiple groups of ants. Okay, so we're going for these guys next. We have 6 warrior ants now, which should be more than enough.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
That's That's 1 down. And 2. Right, let's see if we can turn that voice down, because that is actually really loud. Okay, so voice volume, let's drop it to half. Okay, that should be a bit better now. Okay, so they're bringing all the food back. And of course, for some reason, I don't think I'm in full screen. Can I change full screen? Up there. So I'll switch that to full screen. Yes. Okay. Okay, so now obviously you can move with the mouse. I actually have 2 monitors, which is no, it's not letting me. It's fine. Worry about that later. But you can also use the WASD keys to move around, which is relatively simple enough. Okay, so either up here, down here are going to be next. Let's get another warrior down. Alright, so let's get him hatched and bring them back into here. Now you've got, excuse me, you can also set each group. So for example, your nursery group, you can tell them not to fight, which means they'll avoid combat. And when you've got warriors, you don't need them fighting because they're not very strong. I mean, if you've got enough workers, if you just spam workers, you can swarm stuff and kill it. But I think it's just a lot more. What's the term? Yeah, it's completely left my mind. Right, so let's increase the size of this chamber so that we can expand our fighting force. Okay, so we're going to go in there. So let's bring these guys down. I try to avoid making direct paths to my queen if possible.
There are intruders in the nest.
Okay, so that's 1 down. And 2 down. And 3 down. And 4 down. Awesome. Okay, so we'll grab all that food. We did lose a few ants there, but when you lose an ant, as long as an egg's in place and ready to hatch, it'll automatically hatch, which is really handy. So we're up to 152 food now, so let's put down 2 more. Constantly increase the size of my fighting force. We'll bring the fighter ants up here because we're going for this group next. If I remember rightly, I think there's an adult coach horse down there. I think they're called coach horses. Okay, so we'll go for this next. So workers get to work. Right, come on then.
Predators are loose
there.
in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
Okay, so they're in there. They are hacking away. And we got them all. Okay, so let's get the group in there to pick up all that food. And we're going to bring that down and store it for us. We're done in there now, so that brings us up to 180. So let's drop a couple more combat ants or fighter ants, whatever you want to call them. Okay, so now we've got to decide which way we're going to go. Now we've got this group here, and we've got this group here. I normally go for this one here, if I remember rightly. Now we've got some more areas we can drop more groups, which is handy. Okay, so we're going to go up here. So let's bring group 1 bring our fighters into the fray.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
Now, of course, you can upgrade the ant tiles as well. I'll show you. So you can upgrade these, and it makes the ant that hatches from there stronger and more hit points, better defense, things like that. But I found that it's actually easier to just make a new set of ants, mainly because strength in numbers just seems to work so much better for me. I mean, how you do it is, of course, up to you. The way I do it is just swarm, because I think swarm is, well, it's more what ants do, this swarm. Let's get some workers up here. These are woodlouse, if I remember right. Yeah. So we get them in, and they'll come in.
These woodlice will make a significant addition to the colony's larders, but they are clinging tightly to the ground. It's going to take some effort to dislodge them.
As he just said, they do like stick to the ground and refuse to move, but if you've got enough warriors, you can make quick work of these guys, to be honest. Okay, so now they'll just each pick one, and they will hack them up. Off they go. Now, if I remember rightly, we can actually get to the next group without antagonizing anything else. And this is where the food really starts to come in. Next we will hit these in the center here. Let's set them up to go in there next. We have 129 food. Make sure to clear all this up. We've got 3 guys in there now who are slowly killing those guys. Okay, so we can get that down. Awesome. So let's move our ants in, and they'll start hacking up the woodlouse, taking them back to our food deposit. After they finish killing them, of course. There will be a clicking sound through my headphones. I wonder what that is. Alrighty then, so once they finish collecting what's left here, we're going to go for these guys so that I can make a path up through the middle here. And we'll also have more space here. Oh, food stores are full. Let's go with... Let's make a new group. And we'll put them in wave number 1. As you can see here, they are actually separated, and it shows you which ones you're actually looking at as well, which I think is a pretty cool feature. Okay, so they've gone through there, which means now we're going to burst through here. Set a new pheromone marker. Oh, here comes the worker.
There are intruders in the nest.
There they go. I prefer to engage them in the open if possible, because that way my ants can get around them. But it works like this as well. Now they'll start busting through here. There you go, and that'll make it easier for them to get to the food stores now. Okay, so I should have enough to take this one down here. So let's carve that out first. I like to have multiple rooms set aside where I can hatch more ants, more insects. Alright, so let's look at that, just huge amount of them. Now you can also turn off, you can turn on, this shows you all the upgrade ability for different things. You can turn off the health of your ants, which I like to do. You can turn, I'm not sure sure what that does. I think that hides the numbers above food. But I don't really do that. Okay, so we're going in here.
There are intruders in the nest.
Oh no, there isn't an adult there. I thought there was an adult down there. I don't know why. Oh yeah. Haha, so cool. Okay, so that's a bit of extra food. And then we'll take that down here now. Can we upgrade? No, we can't upgrade them to the tiles, but it's not a problem. Because we have loads of little rooms all over the place. We can make a new food room. Let's see. I guess we can go here. Bring you guys up here. Like so. That's a nice big food room. That'll give us much more space to work with. I think I'll go for up here next, so hit these two groups here. So I'm going to bring you guys here. I'm going to go that way like that. Yeah, we've got plenty of food. So let's upgrade some of these. Make a bit more space for food.
There are intruders in the nest.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, there's an adult there.
The ants have stumbled into the path of a fully developed devil's coach horse beetle, and it's hungry for breakfast. The beetle is almost 4 times the size of a black ant and protected by thick plates of external armor. Whilst it bites at the tiny defenders, it sprays foul-smelling secretions from the end of its raised abdomen, disorientating the ants.
That's it, just let them come out. Now get them. That way so they can spread out a bit and they're not all getting sprayed. I've got plenty of food. So it's not an issue. Almost got them down. Just the adult left now. And down. Awesome.
The devil's coach horse is dead. Its corpse will provide food to support dozens of new brood.
Alrighty, so let's start putting down a new group of warriors. but we will expand this one first. I mean, you don't have to be neat like this. This is just how I like to do it. Because I'm just weird like that. Okay. I mean, to be honest, I could use any tile. It wouldn't really matter because I go for numbers over upgrades. But hey, you know, I like it to look at least relatively neat. Right, so let's get these guys in here because this is more food and it's free food. And off it all goes. Nice. Okay, so yeah, we'll hit these guys next, I think. Alrighty, so yeah, we've got a good amount of food now, so let's put. Right, that fills that group out. And then we're going to expand that group into this cabin here. And just get rid of them. Because it's just going to be all one big group. I'm not really fussed, to be honest. Okay, so. Well, actually, let's make some space.
There are intruders in the nest.
Go, number ones. Right, so my nurseries, yeah, you're not fighting, good. I need you to pull away, can you? Oh, actually no, you should be alright. Got space to move now. Okay, so that's the next group taken down. Let's see, probably hit this group next. Take this group, go grab that up there, then it'll be this group here. There's a weird clicking in my headphones, I wonder what that is. I don't think it's part of the game. Okay, so that's all that food taken care of, so let's get our guys up here. And then we'll head for this food source next.
There are intruders in the nest.
Well, get in there, boys. Just a group of young ones. Alrighty, so there's another lot of food. And we're going for these guys next. But we'll make some space. Whew. Yeah, on Insane, you really have to be careful with how you place things. Right, so let's get rid of this bit and this bit as well. Bring you guys back here. And then we'll burst that.
Predators are loose in the nest.
Right,
the larvae must be
that's fine.
protected.
Let them come out, let them come out, go. There you go. Seems easier to kill them when you spread them out. Right, let's go get all this food up here while we're here. Lovely jubbly. Oh, one go, nice. So all that food's going back. And then we'll go up here next. Just waiting for the workers. Let's get number 1 in there. They'll make quick work of these guys now. There's that many of them. Alright, we're up to 700 food, so let's get 2 rows. Put some more in. Lovely. Let's go wait for these guys to finish here, and then we'll be moving on to these over here. So let's make some room. Alright, and let's bring group 1 over here to wait. Well, actually, no, we'll bring them to there. And then that way I can rush them in. Just gotta wait on the workers again. You guys need to pull back a bit more. We'll see a couple of workers dart up there in a second. Oh, there he goes. Could do another group of workers, to be honest. Yes. Okay. So have I got any? Yeah, I've got one here. Okay. So let's get, because workers are cheap. Only 20 each. So let's get them started, and they're going to be part of our nursery team. And so we'll leave them to hatch, and then we'll have more workers available to place eggs and dig. Alright, so we're gonna go, I'm gonna break that. Yep, so our new workers are all hatching now, which will make life a little bit easier. And when the challenge finishes, we'll obviously have some voice.
There are intruders in the nest.
Oh, there you go. Okay, wait for it, go. Ooh. Yeah, they're dying pretty easily, but I have plenty of them.
The colony is starving. There's not enough food to feed the new brood.
Ooh, that was close. Okay, send them all the way up here to collect all this. Okay, gathered all that. So, I think the only spot left is now this part. So we'll bring all our guys here. So, and then burst that for me.
Predators are loose in the nest.
Right,
The
go.
larvae must be protected.
Oh,
The ants must fight.
Quite a lot of dying, but we have plenty of food, so we're good. Okay, so collect all this, and we will finish off our group, like so. Awesome. And that should go in a minute. So, okay, so let's cut that bit. because we're going to need more room because we've got another big group to defeat. And this will be the final group of this challenge. So let's pop it.
There are intruders
Here
in the
they
nest.
come. Wait for that worker to die. And then go. Oh dear. Just keep killing them. We've got plenty of food so you can keep hatching. Well, there's a few big ones there, so this is going to be a little dicey. Running out of food quickly. Get up here. I don't care even if they're workers. Turn your fighting off and you can pick the food up. I've got some food going back, it'll help. One of the big ones down. Oh, there's another one. Come on. Oh, yeah, it looks like we've got this. Boom. Alrighty then.
This Formicarium colony has now established itself as a rising power in the Undergrowth. Soon their territory will need to expand above ground, where new challenges await. For the time being, however, the Queen is safe.
Okay, and that's the first one. So, whenever you finish a challenge, you get a choice. You can have extra territory, extra food, or extra royal jelly. I always pick the royal jelly. Alrighty then. So, let's return to the Formicarium and listen to what these guys have to say.
How is the colony progressing?
The Queen is exhibiting interesting new behaviors. I believe the colony is beginning to adapt.
And that's all you have to say. Awesome. Alright, well, we're going to end the video here. And hopefully you enjoyed what you saw. If you did, please feel free to like and subscribe. My name's EOTU. Peace.